Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Legal B. If you are a legal professional with 2+ years of experience uh, and you're looking for a reputed, high paying, stable government job, then this opportunity from LIC is just for you. So LIC has just basically the 2025 notification of LIC is out. Um, and in this video, I'll walk you through everything you need to know uh, about the key dates, the number of vacancies, the eligibility criteria, the salary, and most importantly, the exam pattern for the legal officers in this particular institution. So let's first look at the number of vacancies. So let's talk about the vacancies in the legal stream for assistant administrative officer. So LIC has basically announced a total of 30 vacancies, out of which 14 are reserved for general category, 3 for EWS, 7 for OBC, 2 for ST, and 4 for SC respectively. You are only required to apply for only one post. In case you have applied for more than one post, your last completed application will be taken into account, and the application fees or any charges for the other multiple registrations will stand forfeited, right? So that is something that you must take into account. If I were to talk about your important dates, then your online application has begun from today, that is 16th of August 2025, and your last date to fill your online applications along with the online payment of application fee is 8th of September 2025. You will get your call letters 7 days before the examination. As of now, we only have tentative dates. Your prelims is set to take place on 3rd of October 2025, and your mains examination is set to take place on 8th of November 2025. Now, if I were to talk about the eligibility criteria, then you are required to be of 21 years to 32 years of age as of 1st August 2025. That is, you must be born between 2nd August 1993 and 1st August 2004. Both days are inclusive. Then, apart from this, you're also required to have a bachelor's degree in law with a minimum 50% of marks if you are from the general category. If you are an SC, ST, or PWBD candidate, then you require a minimum of 45% in your LLB degree. Apart from this, as on 1st of August 2025, you should be enrolled with the Bar Council as an advocate, and post this enrollment, you should have at least 2 years of experience as an advocate or as a law officer in the legal department of either a bank or financial institution or a statutory corporation or any company, or in the legal department of any state or central government. Right. There are certain age relaxations for the reserved category as well. For this, you can check out the notification if it applies to you. Moving on to your salary, there is a basic pay of 88,635 per month. If you are someone who is placed in an A-class city, then along with the basic pay and your admissible allowances, you will be earning approximately 1,26,000 per month. Apart from this, there is a probation period for 1 year, which can also be extended up to 2 years, right? If you do not achieve the minimum standard stipulated, then your services can be terminated as per the policy of the corporation. Now, moving on to the exam pattern, your phase one is your preliminary examination. Now, there is basically, it's an objective exam, right, which is going to be conducted in the CBT mode, right? There are going to be 3 sections, and every section it has a separate timing, that is 20 minutes each for per section. There are 3 sections that you have to cater to. There's also a negative marking for every wrong answer, that is minus 0.25 for every wrong answer. If you leave a question unanswered, there will be no marks which will be deducted, right? If I talk about the subjects or the sections, then you have reasoning, English, and general awareness. There is no quants in your preliminary examination or your mains examination. So that must be a relief for people who are not good with maths. If I were to talk about reasoning in English, these are 35 questions per section. One question accounts for 1 mark, totaling for 70 marks here. If I were to talk about general awareness, it's there will be 30 questions of 1 mark each, that is 30 marks. However, general awareness paper is just qualifying in nature. The marks of this exam will not be counted towards qualifying for the mains examination. So that is something which is important. Apart from this, there is a separate sectional cutoff for each of these sections, which will be sort of decided by the LIC, by the corporation at the time of, uh, sort of bringing out the results. Apart from that, if I were to talk about your preliminary examination, then this is not going to be added towards your preparation of final merit list. That means your phase one is purely qualifying in nature. The marks which are obtained here will not be added towards your final merit list. It's only the marks which are obtained in your mains examination as well as your interview will be considered towards calculating your merit list. Moving on to your phase two. Now, phase two, there are two separate papers for phase two. Absolutely, there is no negative marking in your mains examination. So, there is an objective test, right? And then there is a descriptive test. So, there are two papers which are going to be conducted online, right? And this examination, both these examinations will sort of take place in one sitting, right? So, if I were to talk about the total duration of the examination, it's around 2 hours and 30 minutes. You have 1 hour for your objective test and 1.5 hours for your descriptive test, respectively. Right. So, if I were to talk about the objective test, again, there is a separate sectional cutoff for each of these. These sections. So you have reasoning again for 30 marks, 1 mark per question, that is for 30 marks, 30 questions. Then you have general awareness with special reference to insurance and financial market awareness. Again, 20 questions for 20 marks. That means one question equates to 1 marks. You will get 20 minutes to solve the reasoning section, 10 minutes for general awareness, and 30 minutes for legal questions of a legal objective test, wherein you will have 50 questions, which will account for 100 marks in total. That means one question equates to 2 marks each, right? So, in total, this exam is for 150 marks, 100 questions in 60 minutes, right? For the minimum qualifying marks which are required for the general category is that of 50% of the total marks. For SC, ST, and PWD, 45% of the total marks which are attributed to a particular section. Then, moving on to the descriptive part of the examination, you will have again legal descriptive paper as well as English descriptive paper. If I were to talk about the legal descriptive paper, you will have a choice. You will have a choice from 6 questions total, 6 questions in total, out of which you are only supposed to sort of give answers to 4 questions of your choice. This is going to be of 150 marks, not 50. It's going to be converted to 150 marks. So again, if I were to talk about this sectional cutoff for general category, at least 50% of the total marks. For SC, ST, and PWD candidates, 45% of 150 marks is required. You will get 60 minutes to answer these 4 questions in your legal section. Moving on to the English descriptive section, here you will have email drafting, report drafting, situation analysis, as well as preface writing. Again, 2 questions for 25 marks. And you will get approximately 30 minutes again. If I were to talk about English language, again, this is only qualifying in nature. The marks will not be counted towards your final merit list, right? And this descriptive paper will be evaluated only for those candidates who has qualified the objective part of the mains examination, right? Even though you will be giving the descriptive paper irrespective at the same time, but your descriptive papers will get evaluated only if you have qualified your objective test. Moving on to your third phase, that is your interview round. Here, the idea is the maximum marks are that of 60, right? For the general category. Now, for EWS, unreserved and OBC candidates, you have to at least secure 30 marks. For SC, ST, and PWD candidates, you're required to secure a minimum of 27 marks in your interview. Moving on to the next thing, if the merit order of the candidates is sort of as per the total marks of the mains examination and interview sort of clashes, and it's on the same level, then you will be preferred, the person with the higher educational qualification will be sort of placed higher in the merit order. If uh, there is similarity in the educational qualification, then in that case, the person who is senior in age is going to be placed higher in the merit order, right? So the marks which are obtained in your mains examination, along with your marks which are obtained in the interview, are the only marks which will be considered for the merit, for the final merit list of candidates. Once you have qualified both these stages, you will then have to undergo a pre-recruitment medical examination, and if you're found medically fit, you will be offered the appointment. So that is about it. At iExamB, we are covering around 108 plus acts with video lessons, study notes. There are live doubt classes, there are assignment based classes, as well as a lot of practice questions and mock tests. So please check it out if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.